Just kidding. We're not going to move on to prevention test right away because I forgot to show you the process usage or resource usage, I should say. As you can see, we have, it looks like one process right here. It's using about 6 meg. And then we have, let's see, that's a process right there using 11 meg, 2 meg, 29 meg. And I think that's it. I'm not seeing anything else. So that would be okay. So we got three, looks like four processes running. That's you know, not exactly horrible, but it's not light in the sense of processes. Usually I like to see only about 2 or 3 processes. 4 is kind of starting to get up there, and obviously the more processes you have, you can see the CPU usage is definitely going up right here. So we have, even though it's 0.01% usage, nevertheless that is a load on your CPU, and the more you do that, the more cycles you're taking up, therefore your performance of your PC is going to go down. So quite a bit of processes here, but it's not using a lot of RAM, which is a good thing right there. And ignore this 2 out of 55 here. This is a false positive. It's most likely how they store their signatures or something that VirusTotal is detecting them. And I think it's Dr. Web and a different one that is detecting them right now. It's definitely a false positive though. So, all right, so I just wanted to show you that. So we'll put that over there. Let's go now to start the test. So we're going to run 10 malicious URLs and see how well Panda free antivirus can go ahead and protect the system. So here we go. We'll start with link number 1 right here, right at the top. What are we going to get? Russian domain. Looks like it's downloading right now. I'm going to go ahead and disable smart screen filter before I forget, because otherwise it's going to just be a very interesting test. Okay, so good, we disabled that. Okay, let's run it. Okay, one virus detected. So let's go ahead and we're going to say that that was blocked. Perfect. All right, so we're going to go with link number 2 here. Okay, so it looks like Panda has recognized this as a possible malicious page, contains exploits. So we're going to go ahead and say that was blocked as well. So far we're off to a fantastic start. Let's move on to, let's try this one. And it looks like that one as well has been labeled as a malicious page, so we'll count that as a block. Let's see if we can kind of get some different stuff going here. Trojan, we'll try a Trojan here. See if we can get this one to work. Might be dead. Yep, it's dead. Naturally. Okay. We'll give this one a try right here. Okay, so that one's downloading. Looks like it's a zip file. It looks like it's some sort of an infected PDF. So this is most likely some sort of a password stealer or something of that sort. And you can definitely see it has been, it's running in the temp folder right now. That's because I guess I downloaded it. So, all right, let's see what it is. If VirusTotal can give us any, or shed any light on what actually this is. This states, so Byte Hero states that it's a virus. Explorer.exe hash has been submitted. Interesting. Do we have another Explorer.exe? Unless code was injected into it, that might be it. I'm thinking that is what just happened there, guys. I didn't watch it fully, but I'm definitely thinking code just got injected into our Explorer.exe. That was very interesting. Okay, so that one I'm going to count as a miss. It was completely missed by Avira. Well, not Avira. Jeez. Panda. So that's not good. Not good, guys. Let's go on though. We'll see if we can find anything else. Virus unknown. Guess it's an unknown virus. We'll see if it's known by Panda. Alright, so it looks like Windows doesn't like it. But will Panda? Well, that's anticlimactic. Well, that didn't do crap. Huh. Alright, I guess we'll just let that go and continue on with the rest of the test. Let's try this one right here. Complete. And I'm thinking this might be a false positive here, guys. Looks like some sort of media player. Yeah, this just looks like a media player to me. This doesn't look like anything too bad. So I'm going to count that as just, we're not going to count that against it. So we're just going to move on. So we're still looking for a link number 5 here. That one was dead. That's adware, malware. Let's try this one right here and see if this does anything. Okay, Panda blocked that one, so link number 5 was blocked. Looking for link number 6 now. I think we're going to move on to VX Vault and see what they can offer us. Hopefully something a little bit better than these links that are not necessarily working as well as I'd hoped. Oh, here we go, Norton.exe. Yeah, if you're trying to download something called Norton.exe and you're not trying to put antivirus on your computer, yeah, that's probably something you should be avoiding. But it appears maybe as if the link is not working. That's unfortunate. And if it has /Microsoft inside the URL, yeah, don't do that. I'm thinking this one's dead. Oh, nope. It's downloading. It's just a very slow server, I guess. Okay, we're going to try a different link. Well, that one's doing that. And I'm not going to try one of these right here. Well, you know what? What the hey? Let's give it a try. Let's try another one of these bad boys. See what we can get. I guess we can use this same one right here. I'll just add it to the downloads list. Yeah, it's looking like that's just some very slow servers right there. So unfortunately, we're going to have to go to some that were from yesterday. But we'll give it a try and see if it can detect them. Okay, so Panda detected that one. Contains malware exploits. And exploits, I should say. Okay, let's move on to this one. And we'll just try this one here, and then, yeah, that one's blocked. Okay, so we're going to move on to malcode now, just so we can try to get some newer malware here going for us. I don't want to go any older than that, so let's go ahead and try this link right here. So far, Panda is doing extraordinarily well, I have to say. It's blocked so far 6 out of 7, so we're gonna go hopefully for one more here. Okay, so we got that, and it looks like Panda has detected that as a Trojan. You try and run it, and you can see this right here is basically saying that it can't find the path because it's gone, it's deleted. And just click OK, and that's it. It's gone. So number 8 was blocked, removed by Panda. All right, let's try number 9 here. Okay, so it looks like number 9 is working here. Okay, we'll run it. Okay, it cannot find the path. Now, I don't have an alert from Panda yet, but I'm betting it removed it just by that. Let me try another one just to be sure here, since it's doing so well. I'm betting it did remove it though, guys. Okay, so that one. Okay, so that was the one we actually detected earlier, and it's stating it wants to restart our computer. Very interesting. So both of those are detected, so we'll count this one as another link too. So 9 and 10. We're both detected and removed. Awesome. So we'll do one more. We'll do a bonus link, guys. We'll see what we can do. Let me see if I can pick a good one here. A name that looks like it'd be very malicious. Okay, that one might be a bunch of random numbers. And okay, this one's just sticking out right here. That name in general is just looking malicious. Just a bunch of random characters, underscore. It's something that you typically see in email, I feel. Download was interrupted. I wonder if Panda did that. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Trojan deleted, done. So we even did 11 links here, guys, and Panda has seriously done a bang up job so far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart the computer, guys. Don't think I'm not going to do that, but I'm not going to do that just yet. We're going to go ahead and extract the malware because we didn't actually run that file. So there's really no need to restart the computer. So we're going to go ahead, temporarily disable Panda just so that we can go ahead, disable gaming. I don't want to stop antivirus. Here we go. Okay, so we can disable that. Go ahead and extract our malware here, see how much malware we have, and then do a scan on that folder using Panda in order to gather our detection rate. So far we've done our web threat analysis. That was super. Very impressed with Panda. Let's hope it can continue on the same way with the 0-day portion of this test. So once this is extracted, I'm going to go ahead and do a right-click scan, and well, hopefully this will be done soon, and I can show you the amount of malware we have. All right, so we have 341 objects. We're going to go ahead and do a context scan of the folder. Move it down there. Scan with Panda. And as you can see, Panda is going hard at work. Well, not necessarily right now hard at work, but it's going to go ahead and scan that folder. And we're hopefully going to find all of the malware and have nothing left and have a super awesome detection rate. Right, guys? Yeah, I doubt it, but that's the only result we can hope for, right? So once the scan is completed, guys, I'm going to go ahead and remove everything and do another scan, and I'll continue to do the scans until nothing comes up, which then I'll come back when we will take a look at how many pieces of malware we have remaining in the folder and give it a rating based on that. So see you in a bit. All right, so the scan has completed, and it appears as if all threats are resolved. So that's a really good sign right there. Let's go ahead and close that out. And then we're going to go ahead and start the antivirus back up here. Now keep in mind it is still prompting me to reboot due to the fact that I have not done that yet, but we're going to do that right before we are going to go ahead and do our Hitman Pro scans. So let's go ahead. As you can see, everything is enabled and it's just pending a restart. Let's do one more context scan here. Now that I've just pinned that folder to my start menu. Unpin that just to make sure that nothing is been missed by Panda. And as you can see, it looks like it found 2 detections so far, 3, so the numbers are going up. This is most likely due to the fact that it scanned it, did a cloud analysis, realized that they are malicious, and are now going to remove them. So as you can see, we're going to go ahead and pause the video again. Once these threats have been removed, I'll do another scan, ensure that everything has really gone this time, and I'll be right back then. Alright, so I finished scanning, ran another scan as you can see, and no threats were detected. So we started off with 341 pieces of malware, and we are down to 50 pieces of malware. So let's get our calculator over here and do the math. So 341 minus 50, and that's going to be 291 divided by our starting number, 341. But 85% detection rate, which puts it in the very good category. That's actually, that's a really good detection rate. So with that said, let's open up our folder here and see what we have for our 50 pieces of malware. Let's then open up Process Explorer and see what Process Explorer is going to have in the background for us. Maybe, if it opens. There we go. So is it going to get the virus total results? There we go. Okay, virus total results are up. Woo! Alright, so we're still pending a restart. However, like I said, that file was not running, therefore I really don't need to restart. However, I am going to restart after we're done with this portion of the test before I do the Hitman Pro scan and the Panda quick scan. So the system right now is running clean except for this down here, which is possibly malicious, but nevertheless, I can't confirm it right now just because there's no results from virus total. So, all right, let's go ahead and start running some of this crap. So, link or file number 1, is it going to run? Don't know. All right, so that looks like it didn't really do as much as it's supposed to do. Let's try this one. Okay, so that one has loaded, and then we'll see if it is malicious. So VirusTotal is actually stating that this is not malicious. Very interesting. We'll keep an eye on that one. Okay, so that one looks like it opened and then closed. Let's see if we can run this as administrator if it'll work better. Okay. Okay, and a lot of these don't actually seem to be running, which is very interesting. That could be because Panda, there we go. There we go. Now we're getting some stuff. Okay, so it looks like Panda has detected that piece of malware and is prompting me to reboot, which we will do. Okay, very interesting. Let's try this one right here. But what I was trying to get at, and we do have this piece of malware running right here, is Panda may have actually disinfected a lot of these, thereby making them inert and not letting them actually run on the system because they're corrupted in a sense where they will not run anymore. So that is very interesting. Okay, so this one looks like it's running though. And it looks like whatever it did, it completed. So, oh, I think that's that media player we talked about earlier. I forgot about that. Okay, so we'll run a few more of these here, I think, and then we'll call it quits. Okay, so things are going a little crazy over here. So I think we'll call that good. I think we got a good helping of malware that has run on the system. And as you can see, it looks like nothing is actually running in the background right now besides that media player that is possibly malicious. Is still unknown in our case. But nevertheless, we're going to go ahead and follow what Panda wants us to do, which is to reboot the computer. After which I'm done rebooting it, I'm going to run a quick scan with Panda as well as Hitman Pro and compare the two scanners, see how much is actually left in the system, if anything is left on this system. So once that is done, guys, we'll be back with the results. So see you in a bit. All right, everyone, so the scan has completed and it found one threat, which apparently it just solved. So that's perfect right there. Now, if we close that out and go to our Hitman Pro results, a little bit different. Not too terrible, but there definitely is malware on this system. As you can see right here, this one, ignore it. This is a false positive. This is actually Panda, the same web shield that we were detecting earlier. URL filter that is being detected by Kaspersky is a false positive. So ignore that one right there. This one, however, is a actual Trojan on the system right here. And then this as well is an actual piece of malware. These down here are adware, but they're just registry entries and they're probably not even on the system anymore. Most likely removed. The parent program was probably removed by Panda, so that's not anything to worry about right there. So realistically, the only ones that we have to worry about are these two right here. This one especially because it is an auto run. And speaking of that, we should check out, we'll go to our process monitor here that is provided by Panda, and we'll view a full report. And I'll show you a cool feature here with Panda. So if we go through here, you can definitely see by scrolling through, that was there a second ago. Should be at the top. There it is. So there is our bin.exe, that same file right here that was detected by Hitman Pro, or Bitdefender, I guess you could call it. And you can see that it states that it's a low risk, but it's not secure. So that is something to be concerned about right there. It's not signed. However, it is also not making any sort of internet interactions. There's no connections to the internet. And that's kind of a cool feature right there that they offer it at a glance. You can see if it's accessing any sort of IP addresses online. It also tells you the detection date right here, as well as the last scan date. So that's a nice feature right there. But the coolest thing is the classification. And the other cool button right here is this block button. If we go ahead and click that, it should go ahead and block it. So we're going to try that. Okay, you're about to block the following bin.exe. By blocking, you'll send it to quarantine and prevent it from being used. Well, we want to do that, so let's do that. And it's now going to block it, and we'll see if it works. So, okay, cannot block this program. Okay, so in other words, it needs now to restart the computer to complete the process. So that's essentially how you would do that. And you can see it's listed now as one block. We just need to reboot the computer to go ahead and complete that process. Logging off and logging back on might do it, but nevertheless, it's not that big of a deal. So bottom line here, what do I think about Panda Free Antivirus 2016? I think it's a really good program. I think that the interface is awesome. They've expanded it. They made it a little bit bigger than it was in the past, so it's easier to use now on compact devices such as tablets where you don't necessarily always have access to a mouse. Very easy. You can see big tiles such as like they've introduced in Windows 8. I love that. You know, I'm a fan of that. Color-wise, I think the color scheme is good. It's kind of that teal type of color. They keep all one color scheme. That's kind of the thing nowadays. With Norton, I know they started doing that last year, where they have the kind of the all green and then white as a contrasting color. So overall, I think the setup of the interface is good too. You have lots of information right here in the main module. It tells you the file scanned, threats blocked. I love that. USB protection it's got. Now, it does not have a firewall, and I think I failed to mention this. First of all, it does not have a firewall, but for any sort of residential computing, you really don't necessarily need that. Windows provides a good enough firewall in that sense where you can just utilize the Windows firewall, and that will be perfectly fine. If you're using something like an enterprise, if you're in an enterprise situation or a small business where you don't have necessarily a network firewall built into your system, then you might want to consider obviously something else than just a free antivirus by Panda. But overall, it's a really good program. I would definitely be able to recommend this program. It did not slow the system down. The only thing is it does have those 4 processes. I wish they'd consolidate those more down into 1 or 2, but overall it does not feel like it's really lagging the system down too bad. It feels very responsive in every way. So overall, I think that it's very good. Now keep in mind this is a virtual machine, and VMware 11 does not play too well with Windows 10 in the sense of performance. I've noticed it go down, but overall, I can feel that this program is not taking too much in the way of my system resources. So that's going to be it. Definitely a good program. Definitely something to check out if you're in the market for a new antivirus or security anti-malware program, I should say. Definitely take a look at Panda. It did a great job at blocking pretty much everything across the board here. So I hope you enjoyed the review, guys. I'm going to have that video hopefully done soon, and it'll show you how to go ahead and fix any sort or get rid of your paid TV and go ahead and get some free television over the air and as reliable, if not more reliable than your satellite provider would have been able to do, due to the fact that over the air is not as affected by weather conditions as satellite is. So hope you enjoyed that. You know, it's just going to be a bunch of things that over the past year since I've done it, I have tried, failed at, and learned from. So hopefully you guys can use my knowledge that I have accrued over the year and make a system that will work as good as mine, if not better. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to end it now. I'm rambling on again. So obviously, subscribe, like the video, comment. Even though I might not answer right away, I know comments are getting backed up again. I apologize, just as you guys know, if I don't answer your comment, that doesn't mean I hate you. I do look at all the comments, I do scroll through them, I just don't really have the time to answer them all, because I do get hundreds and hundreds of comments a week, so I just don't have the time to sit down and do that. It takes a long time to answer comments. So, but I do appreciate the comments, you know, keep them coming. I do appreciate them, and I do use them in my videos to improve them. So, and I do take you guys in consideration as as the guy also who wanted Bitdefender a while ago, and he's all happy I fulfilled his request. So yeah, I do read your comments, so keep them coming. All right, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video. Hope you liked the video, and hope to have more reviews out soon and more security videos out soon, seeing that's what this channel is all about. So see you guys.